Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening, such a good afternoon, such a beautiful, beautiful afternoon, Friday afternoon. So, this is the book, the same book, The Great Bear, the story of Callisto and Arcus. One day, Jupiter has done something bad. Anyway, one day Jupiter, god of the skies, fell in love with a lovely forest maiden named Callisto. Callistoga. It's the water. Let me find the Callistoga. Let me see if I can find Callistoga. Later, when Jupiter's jealous wife, Juno, Jupiter, I think he deserved what he was treated in 2006. He was married. He had a wife. The Jupiter's jealous wife, Juno. He has a wife, Juno, and he fell in love with another one. That's you know what I'm talking about. Heard that Callisto had given birth to Arcus, Jupiter's son. Oh, that's too much. Not only fell in love, but also have a son. Gosh, have a love child. She flew into a terrible rage. Yeah, who else will not be in a terrible rage, right? In the terrible rage, the goddess quickly descended from Mount Olympus and reached the woods until she found Callisto playing under a tree with her small child. She found Callisto under the tree. And when Callisto saw Juno, she cried out in fear, for all mortals knew about Juno's jealous rages. Yeah, everyone knows we are mortals and not immortal. Everyone knows about the jealous of Juno's rage. So your beauty has captivated my husband, Juno shouted. Well, let's see how he likes you this way. It's the problem of your husband. Being beautiful is not guilty. This is so wrong. Juno, I don't like you. Your jealousy is going out of, it's not right. Yeah. So if we punish all the beautiful people in the world, see what we get now. I mean, we get beautiful people. It's because Juno didn't do too much, I think. Yeah, it's beyond my comprehension. Anyway, as Callisto begged for forgiveness, she didn't do anything wrong. Begged forgiveness, her skin became covered with coarse black hair. Her hands and feet turned to giant paws with sharp claws springing from them. Her mouth became filled with huge terrible tease, and her voice turned into a deep growl. For Juno had changed the lovely maiden into a ferocious-looking bear. Callisto still loved her small son, but as she lumbered towards him, he screamed in fear. Then the nymphs rushed from the woods and snatched the boy away from the giant bear. Everyone was afraid of Callisto now, that she was a huge black bear. No one knew that she was just as kind and loving as she'd always been. Haunted by men and dogs, she was forced to wander the woods and hide. This is why men hunt bears. In the heart of their 1,000,000 hearts, they were hunting for a beautiful maiden, I think. She also fled from other wild animals, even bears like herself, for she did not know how to fight, and she had no desire to learn. Yeah, why would she learn to fight? She was a beautiful maiden. At first, Callisto tried to stay close to the hut where her son now lived with his new parents. Whenever Arcus took solidarity walks, she lumbered close by, staying hidden among the trees. And at dawn, she crept to his window and watched him sleeping. Arcus often told his parents that she was being watched by a giant black bear, but they told him he was only dreaming. The great bear, pursued more and more by hunters and dogs, was finally forced to hide deep in the woods, far from her child. But one winter night, many years later, the bear had a dream about Arcus, her son, and when she woke, she deeply yearned for him. As soon as spring came, she left her cave in the forest and journeyed back to the land where she had once lived. One twilight, as the bear wandered the familiar woods, remembering her past, she came upon a young hunter aiming his arrow at a distant bird. She froze, for she instantly knew that this was Arcus, her son by Jupiter. Overcome with love for her boy, the bear watched him pull back his bowstring and shoot the arrow at the bird. When the arrow missed, the bear was glad. Whoosh, oh, that was close. Since she was a wild animal herself, she wanted all creatures to escape from hunters. But then Arcus turned and saw the bear watching him, and his muscles became taut with fear. Slowly he raised his bow and aimed his arrow directly at the bear. Unable to move, the bear only stared at her son with mute grief. But just at that moment, Jupiter happened to look down upon the earth from Mount Olympus, and he saw what was about to happen. He moved quickly to save the bear, for he had once loved her very much when she had been a young maiden. As fast as a lightning bolt, he swept down from his mountain, snatched Callisto, and hurled her into the night sky. Then Jupiter grabbed Arcus and curled him also into the heavens, where he became a small bear beside his mother. Then both bears turned into stars, and thereafter they lived together in the sky and were known as the Great Bear and the Little Bear constellations. When jealous Juno discovered them, however, she commanded Neptune, god of the sea, to forbid the two bears to descend into the ocean like the other stars. For this reason, the Great Bear and Little Bear are the only two constellations that never set below the horizon. Oh. 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 Oh.